Welcome to the Self-Storage Show, where I have conversations with my industry friends, talk with owners and vendors, and share tales about my management company, 3 Mile Storage. Let's go. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning into the Self-Storage Show. Hey, right at the top, I want to talk about something that's really valuable. You don't want to miss out on it. It's 3 Mile Domination. What this is they optimize your Google business profiles, okay? And we all know for self-storage, we live and die by our rentals. I guarantee you, if you don't have your profile optimized, you're losing out on rentals every single day. So go to 3miledomination.com. Right now, they are doing free audits of your profile. You'll see the big red button right there. Book your free audit right now. Book a time. We'll go through your Google profile optimization session in real time together. Send you back reports. So you have an action plan. It's very valuable. Okay. So again, go to 3miledomination.com and book your audit right now. Hey everyone, this is Jim Ross with the Self-Storage Show. Got another episode here for you. I have Anthony Krupa joining me today. He's the operations manager for Military and Patriots Investment Group. That's a mouthful. I think I got it all right.
You got it good.
All
Yeah,
right.
you're good.
Good. Well, thanks for joining me, Anthony. What's up?
Well, thanks for having me on, Jim. Just wanted to come on. I know that you do these live shows, and I was honored that you got the invitation from me. Talk a little bit about self-storage.
Yeah, of course. It is a self-storage show. That's what we're going to talk about. We're storage nerds. That's what we do. No, I've seen your name bouncing around. That's why I reached out. I'm like, all right, he's got something. He's got something cooking, which means you got something to talk about. So before we get into all that, if you don't mind, just kind of give us a little Cliff Note version of who you are.
Sure.
And what you do.
Short version of it is for about a little over 6 years, I worked for Extra Space Storage. My kind of key line is I say is born and raised in the storage world in the REITs. So it was really, really cool. I've been able to utilize what the operations that I've learned from working in the bigger guys, and actually turn it and use it to my advantage now, where I own and operate a small facility outside of Birmingham with my partner, as well as I'm on the operations manager for Military and Patriots Investment Group. We do ground up developments. We currently have a few developments, North Carolina and a couple in Texas that we're working on currently. So that's a little bit of my background.
Oh, congrats. That's great. It's always kind of fun watching the guys that started at Extra Space. I started at Extra Space, way back in the day. But just, people kind of cut their teeth, and they're big companies, and they can kind of go off and do their own thing. But not for what you want to say, but they teach a lot, especially if you open yourself up to kind of being a sponge and learning all the systems and operations and just how they leverage technology. Cool.
Definitely.
Take that away and use it on your own. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. In my role, I became up to the district team lead. So, basically you're kind of the assistant manager helping oversee, the stores in your district. It was, South Carolina was getting, divided here and there. So one time it was 15 stores. A few months later, when we acquired, or when Extra Space acquired Smart Stop, it was 23 stores, also bam. So one of my biggest roles there was going in and, doing the hiring and training and, that transition period from one corporation to the next. So it was good. It was a really, really good learning experience.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you had a good experience. So it seems like it's serving you well now. So
definitely.
Speaking of now, kind of the way I kind of found you, you're doing these networking groups and things like that. So I figured it'd be a great opportunity to kind of chat about that and kind of the power of networking. So
speaking of that, so about a year and a half ago, one of my good friends, Randall, he was doing a weekly Zoom, just kind of, inviting people on to talk, just like we're doing about self-storage, share their stories, how they got into it, or if they're looking to get into it. And so I really learned through the power of networking and through the power of Facebook, social media, and stuff like that, to bring a collaborative group together and be able to help each other out. Whether you're looking at just getting in the industry, or that you have experience in the industry for quite some time. And so we were able to start hosting these Zooms each and every single week. We've continued to do it each and every single week to really give back to the community that's provided us, with opportunities as well. As it's just amazing what it's been able to do. I've been able to meet great people like you, other people in the industry, and really network. And that's how actually came across and was able to do that. Was able to come across and buy my own facility, as well as join the Military and Patriots Investment Group. So
Huh.
that is one thing that, yeah, the power of networking really has served me well. It's just been incredible journey.
That's amazing. That's one of those things where you never know where a simple conversation might, what path that might lead to. Or I would say in storage, it's like 2 degrees of separation. Like everyone kind of knows everybody, so it's like, oh, you need to talk to that person. It's cool that way because I've heard of people in other industries kind of be like, storage is so open. Everyone's talking and willing to help each other out, which is maybe I just take it for granted. They're like, no, that's kind of unique. We haven't seen that in other niches in real estate. So anyway, pretty cool that happens, and it's obviously worked out for you.
That's one, yeah, and that's definitely one thing that I definitely love about this industry is everybody's willing to give back, everybody's willing to help each other out, whether you're a competitor or just friends, acquaintances.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, anything that you're coming across, it's really great just to be able to phone a friend and say, hey, here's what I'm having, here's the issues I'm having to come across, or what do you think of this idea for marketing, or anything within the industry. The power of networking really has been able to me pick up the phone and be able to say, hey, what would you do in this scenario, in this situation, as well as other people who are looking to get into the industry as well. Be able to phone a friend at the same time, call me, ask my opinion, or hey, who do you know that is an expertise in this area or this certain area, and be able to same thing, pick up the phone or network, jump on Zoom and ask a question, be able to help each other out.
No, that's great. So even though your group is probably, getting going, and I don't want to, put a number on it, but it doesn't even matter how small it really is. It just takes, even just heck, just me and you talking.
Yeah,
We probably go out for hours and talking about, marketing and operations and rev management. And we probably learn something from each other, going back and forth as the two of us. So I can imagine if you just get a small group, and sometimes I would venture to argue that smaller groups are sometimes bigger, are better than like the bigger groups. To
yeah.
me,
I mean,
those conversations don't.
on a weekly basis, we host these rooms on a weekly basis. We have anywhere from 15 to 25 people join us for an
There you go.
hour,
Yeah.
hang out, chat, shoot the breeze a little bit. And like I said, there've been a lot of good points and different things that I've learned along the way, and stuff that I've also been able to, give back to the industry, or help somebody else out, at least get started or point them in the right direction. So it's been
No,
great.
that's great. And so the more that we can do this kind of stuff, I mean, I'm sure you do too. You go to the shows and you go like the SSA shows and ISS and your state shows. They're great. They're fantastic. You get the networking, and that's always what everyone says. It's like it's not so much the trade show, it's not so much the presentations, it's the networking that happens. That is
Mhm.
what I got value from. You hear that over and over and over again, which is great. But you got to fill in the blanks when you don't have those kind of events too. So stuff like this, what we're doing, you're doing, and you got a clubhouse, you got some other people, you got GabFest. I'm trying to think of things off the top of my head, but other people that are doing these kind of educational sessions and allowing some networking to happen. It's invaluable. So cool, the more the merrier. That's more opportunities for people to connect. It's awesome.
Definitely. Yeah, it was really cool. So you were talking about the trade shows. Like one of the things
Yeah.
that I was really cool, that was really great. It was actually great to meet you in person down, at the last SSA show. As well as there's a lot of people who I've been, networking with for the past year. I've only seen them on Zoom
Yeah.
and be able to go down there. And actually, they don't see them in person. It's completely different. But then we come
In
back,
3D.
we do our regular thing, and look for the next one where we actually can be in person. But yeah, on a weekly basis or whatever that may be, it's just great to be able to meet with, like-minded people.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I'm kind of curious, just out of my own curiosity here, like for the ones that you got, and it sounds like you're got opportunities to get some ownership and things like that. And that just came from what, just simple conversation in these little networking groups?
It came from simple conversations, networking
That's
groups.
awesome.
I've had, like, the facility that I own now was just from me putting myself out there and being, hey, this is what I do, this is what it is.
Yeah.
A gentleman called me. Answer was asking me questions about, hey, what would you do this or this? And then eventually led to, hey, actually, I think I'm pretty sure you know what you're talking about because I'm not understanding it. the lingo, the lingo of self storage, and so it led to, hey, would you want to come join us or be a partner in this? I think I found something or another facility. The same thing with Military and Patriots Investment Group. I was talking and really just networking a lot. And somebody came across, gave me a phone call. Wesley from the founder of Military Patriots. He says, Anthony, you really know what you're doing. You know how to fill up a facility. You've been there. You've done that. I really want you to come join our team. So I was really super proud of that. Be able to join the team, be on their operations side. And like I said before, there's many more opportunities that are coming down that have come my way, and still looking forward to what I've been able to accomplish just by simply putting myself out there and networking and be able to get know people that are in the industry.
That's amazing. Congrats. You never
Yeah,
know. You never know. And it's sometimes people don't want to do this and get on camera, and talk, but just do it. No one cares, and you don't have to be worried about being camera shy or I'm going to say the wrong thing. Who cares? You just get out there and just start talking because you never know where it might lead, what connections you might make. So you're like a perfect example of that. Uh,
exactly. I tell people, and I've been complimented on this before, is if you go back to say even like a year ago and you see me on camera, you're talking
yeah,
about a little bit about that. I was fumbling left and right. Eventually, you just kind of get over that fear and put
yeah.
yourself out there, because if you're not knowing what you do for, you can't have opportunities bring to you. No, you're quiet about it. So
That's kind of why I'm doing this. So yeah,
yeah, exactly. I know.
that
Yeah,
works.
each and every single week when you do yours, and that you're able to say, hey, I'm Jim. Here's what I do, and I'd like to provide services for you. So,
Yeah, exactly. I Again, you're on this platform and talking, so you might as well take the opportunity to kind of tell us a little bit about the Military Patriots Investment Group. What's up with them?
we started back. We formed the group actually earlier this year, which was pretty cool. We were looking at a facility up in North Carolina, and then eventually that one didn't quite work out for us. Just capital X,
Yeah.
it didn't pan out for our investors the way that we were hoping to force, so we let that one go. And then eventually we met up with Barry Sherman from S3, who is a developer who's done
Not
several
very
sites.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If you know Barry from S3 Partners, so we were very fortunate to form a partnership with him. We got under contract a facility up in North Carolina. It was a development where we changed it completely around, as well as we picked up two more. There, I got one down in San Antonio and one down in Houston. So basically, we partnered up with them, said, hey, we're going to go and raise the capital. We are going to get everything together, and we want a partnership with you on these facilities, and build these from the ground up. So these are the big guys. They're almost 80,000 square foot plus for the three of them. Each one of them is about 80,000 square foot plus. Super proud of our team. We've started basically from scratch, and we've been able to get three, developments under contract and continually working on them, even to this day. So
That's amazing. Well, congrats. You guys are, I mean, out of nowhere, growing something
I
like that.
don't,
It's something to be very proud of. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. In 9 short months, we've accomplished a lot.
9 months.
We've done a lot. We've learned a lot. We still continue to grow as a group and as a team, and it's just amazing. So
Now, see, power of networking right there. Perfect
exactly.
example. That's amazing. That's great. Well, again, we got a lot to do going on. We'll have to do this again because, again, we can probably talk shop on storage on any specific subject for a long time. But I try to kind of keep these episodes somewhat succinct. But let's end it, Anthony, with if people want to reach out to you, be part of these groups. How do they get more information?
Sure, I'll do a little bit of two plugs. One,
Go ahead.
I really highly encourage anybody to join our Facebook group, Self Storage Networking and Acquisitions. That's our Facebook group. Right now, we hold Zooms every single Wednesday. It's completely free to join, completely hang out with us. I say whether you're an experienced operator, if you have one store, 50 stores, or if you're just looking to get in the industry and kind of want to learn and network even more, that's a really great way to join us on Zooms. The links are all in the Facebook group. And the other plug is for Military and Patriots Investment Group. If you're looking at getting into self-storage or investing in self-storage, you can find me on Facebook. Just message me, or you can also check us out, militaryandpatriots.com. So
Perfect. I'll make sure all the links and stuff are very accessible to everyone that's listening to and when watching
awesome.
these. Great. All right. Thanks, man. We'll have to do it again soon. Take care.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jim.
All right. Bye. Before we wrap up, just a quick reminder. Do you want to level up your storage game? Visit theselfstorageshow.com. Grab some high-value freebies, check out top vendor spotlights, and stay in the loop with our newsletter. Do you want to chat about becoming a client with 3 Mile Storage Management? All the info's there. Plus, if you've got a story to share, we're listening. Everything you need is at theselfstorageshow.com.